Nate Kit on Formspring asks, Shin Megami Tensei versus Final Fantasy. This is asking for trouble, but, well, gosh. It kind of depends, like, I haven't played much Shin Megami Tensei. Here's what I've played. I've tried to play, like, regular Megami Tensei. Well, you know, the NES one, whatever it was called, Digital Devil Story or whatever. And then I tried to play Shin Megami Tensei. And then I tried to play Shin Megami Tensei 2. And, like, every single one I tried, it just didn't go. It was just so hard. I have played Persona, though. Persona 1 was the very first Shin Megami Tensei game I ever played. And I really like it. It's really good. I have a big old soft spot for it. It does a lot of things that I really like. For instance, I really love demon contacting. That's what really gets me into Persona and Shin Megami Tensei in general. I have been playing Strange Journey. Oh, I should say I also really like Persona. I didn't play Persona 2, but I like 3, and I'm sure I would like 4 if I played it. I'm not one of those people who is, like, really balanced towards one or the other. There are a lot of people who really dislike the later ones because they like the early ones, and people who are vice versa. But I think, you know, there's enough room in the world for them to coexist. Strange Journey, though. Strange Journey is good stuff. I'm good at it. I'm getting, you know, decent. I'm still in the first sector. Sector Alphonse or Sector Antlia. Antlia, that's what it was. And the only one I ever remember is Sector Buddhist because it sounds like butt. Buddhist. My Buddhist. I love it because it's just like Etrian Odyssey, except with demon contacting, and that's like my favorite thing in the world. There are a lot of other differences too, but it plays like Etrian Odyssey, and if it plays like Etrian Odyssey, I can function well. Final Fantasy, though. Final Fantasy, I've played 1, 4, 5, 6. I tried to play 3, but I didn't stick with it. 1, 4, 5, 6. Tried 7, haven't gone very far. Played a decent amount of 9. And Tactics, not good at it. Tactics Advance is my jam. So, and Crystal Chronicles, you know, so I've played way more Final Fantasy than I've played Shin Megami Tensei. Oh gosh, I hope I'm not being too loud. My parents are asleep. Final Fantasy, I have to say, like, it would feel weird for me to say, oh, I like Shin Megami Tensei more than Final Fantasy, because I know I would just be saying it to be contrary. In terms of which one's better than the other, I can't say. I cannot tell you that one is better than the other, because they tackle two entirely different things. Final Fantasy is concerned with reinventing itself over and over. Shin Megami Tensei is concerned with, you know, they use the same structure over and over, chaos, law, neutral, you know, that kind of thing. So it's really unfair to compare the two, I think. As for which one I prefer more, though, I think I'd say Final Fantasy. I'm more likely to play something labeled Final Fantasy than Shin Megami Tensei, but then again, that's almost entirely divorced from, you know, the properties of both of those things. Like I don't play any of the new Final Fantasy games. I haven't played a Final Fantasy game in a very long time. And if I did play one, it would probably just be Tactics Advance again. But I like Shin Megami Tensei, what it tackles. I like its urban feel. I like the demon contacting. I think it's all really cool. So I'm really glad. I think that in and of itself is more interesting than Final Fantasy's, you know, whatever they decide to make up next. The only world of Final Fantasy that I think has really gripped me is the world of Tactics Advance and also the world of 9. 6 too, you know, 6 had a pretty good world. But 6 was far more character-based. Although it had some nice places in it. But if I had to choose between, you know, one or the other, God, I would still probably choose Final Fantasy because I would be slightly more likely to survive. So yeah, Final Fantasy. I'm sorry it took me so long. It's taken me almost 5 minutes to be able to say, you know, yeah, Final Fantasy. But hopefully the journey there, you know, it's not the destination, but the journey of listening to my Formspring question answers. Really, recording these is just giving me an excuse to go on and on and on. But hey, I hope you're enjoying it.